Hi everybody, it's time for the Tarotscopes for April 2023. I know, it's really hard to believe that another month has gone by, but it has. And what's interesting about this month, astrologically, we finally moved past having the new and full moons at the same degree. If you recall, I said before that we had had 7 full moons at 16 degrees in their sign and 5 new moons at 0 degrees in their sign. April will see the second Aries new moon, but this new moon will be at 29 degrees, a much later degree, so a little softer energy, pulling in a little more of that Sag Jupiter than the Aries Mars energy. However, this new moon sets off our eclipses for 2023. A solar eclipse happens on a new moon, and sometimes those eclipses can pull away a negative relationship with a male, whereas lunar eclipses, full moon eclipses, can diminish energy in a relationship with a woman. I've also had so many people tell me that they feel everybody has been so aggressive as we've moved through all of these planets in Aries. April is going to let up on that a little bit because we're going to see things move on into Taurus. However, we are going to get a Mercury retrograde. And we all know how much fun that is. But don't worry, that's not happening till later in the month. So if you have important documents to sign, or you were thinking of making a big purchase, especially of like a computer or a car or a new phone, try to get that done before the 15th, before we start to feel that Mercury retrograde energy. And Mercury will be retrograde through the second week of May, through May 14th. And then, of course, we'll have to get out of the shadow. So, although the aggression is lifting a little bit, communication may not be all that much easier. We also have to think about 2 generational shifts that are happening. Aquarius is now going to be hosting Pluto. So Pluto is moved into Aquarius, and then it'll retrograde out a little bit, and then Aquarius will get to host Pluto for a couple of decades. So that last little retrograde back into Capricorn should finish up all the crazy with corporate greed and commercial banking and all that kind of stuff, and we'll move forward into sorting out humanitarian issues. We also know that, we also know that the outer planet shifts are always generational, and that Saturn has moved on into Pisces. So that will help things a little bit. All right, now on to each individual sign. Aries, Tarotscope. King of Pentacles. With the looming Mercury retrograde, you will need to look things over quite carefully before making any final decisions. I feel there'll be an offer from a friend or a family member to possibly purchase some property. These days, it's one of the only safe investments. However, you may not want to buy unless everything is really right, including the price. This would be a good month to start planning for your future. Taurus, Page of Swords. Mercury teams up with your ruling planet, Venus, helping with interpersonal relationships, although the retrograde could still make them very interesting. Try to keep your cool, especially at work. We wouldn't want you to say anything that you'd regret later. I feel that a Gemini person, an unlikely partner for you, will step into your life and become a bit of a VIP. April could be a wild ride for you, dear Taurus, but it should end a darn sight better than it began. Gemini, Five of Swords. Yet another challenging month in Gemini land. Someone on the work front seems to be jealous of your ability to learn so quickly. They might be making it hard for you, and they might have even gone as far as to outright lie about you. Hang in there and be as honest as you possibly can. The truth is bound to come out and expose them for who they really are, and then you'll be able to get on with things. Cancer, Six of Cups. Mars continues its journey through Cancer. You may find yourself in the middle of clearing up a situation from the past. Try not to let the person who feels so injured be allowed to act hostile towards you. Ease them into a truce if you can, in true Cancerian style. This is a great month to get things out in the open, to clear the air. The next few months should be a lot smoother, especially around the home front. Leo, Nine of Swords. Losing sleep, are we? You may need to take a deep breath and make up to someone that you feel you have grown distant from. The past few months have been very demanding on you, and you may not have had the time to focus on romance or personal relationships. You may find time now, and it's really a good time to focus some energy on your close relationships or work to revamp your love life. Remember how to enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Virgo, Six of Wands. This month spells victory in a situation that you've been wondering about for a few months now. Whether it's consolidating some debt, cleaning out a shed, moving to a new location, or finding some inspiration for healing, this month brings a time of victory and accomplishment. Give yourself a pat on the back. Libra, King of Cups. Coming out of last month's Aries energy, you know, the ones that gave you that little bit of a push, that made you feel a little bit aggressive, that made you start taking care of things. Do not let anyone get away with lying to you. Call them out on it and be forceful in the situation. Make sure things are brought to justice. Trust me, I know it's not really your nature to be angry, but I'm saying it might be something you need right now in order to get things moving in the right direction. Scorpio, Four of Wands. For you, sometimes the best way to win in a situation is to do nothing. Seriously. This month holds a difficult transit as Mercury retrograde is going to be opposing your sun. Perhaps it's a time to lay low, as relationships could be a bit tricky and provoking. If you act or react in haste, you will most likely regret it. Next month, when the dust settles, would be a much better time to deal with the situation. So it's time to ask yourself, do I need to deal with this right now? Or might it be better to do nothing? Remember the details. You might need them later. You might act a lot later. Sagittarius, the Hierophant. How do you feel about being the great diplomat? Because April could get kind of interesting. You could be called upon for your Sag skills of psychotherapy and philosophy. The trick is getting people to cooperate, maybe making them think that it was their idea in the first place. You may need to settle some disagreements among close people, and good luck, but I know you can do it. Capricorn, Justice. A long-awaited contract may finally be signed, or a minor legal matter finally put to rest. Things should be settling down now for you in general for a while. You should start to feel a little more like your old self. You know, your personal battery finally getting recharged, and you're feeling ready to go. Aquarius, the Nine of Wands. Why the heck does everything have to be so darn difficult? Hang in there just a little longer. I do feel things will be getting better soon, even though we're getting Pluto. Someone from the past is going to work hard at weaseling their way back into your good graces. Be strong. Think about why you divorced them from your life in the first place. And if you really need to give them time to figure things out. I really don't recommend socializing with them again, and I think you should keep your guard up because they probably haven't really changed as much as they claim they have. Pisces, Temperance, just a bit longer and things should be back to normal, or at least back to a place where it's easier for you to cope on a daily basis. Someone close to you may recently have had a health scare that kind of made you worried, but that situation should take a very positive outlook very soon, easing your mind. You may be asked to help out a little bit with care or a medication schedule, or just help with a hectic schedule in general. And if you can find time to help, I think it would make you feel a lot better and make a big difference. Good luck and stay cool, Pisces. That's it for the scopes for April. Thank you so much and blessed be. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our shorts for our daily tarot for tomorrows. Thank you all. Have a great month.